Hey fourth grade, I want to go over your April 6th through April 9th art project with you. For this one we're doing a mola, and I'm going to show you a couple different options for doing this project, and it just kind of depends on what you have around the house. Now the first option is what is kind of listed on here, and for that I'm using like 3 different colors of construction paper. So if you have construction paper, that's great. If not, you could use a regular white piece of paper for the background, and then you could use other paper like a paper bag or newspaper or magazine, be creative. I'll also show you another option that doesn't require different colors of paper too, but let me show you this one first. So I took 3 pieces of paper. One I'm going to keep whole for the background. The next one, all I did was take my piece of paper, I folded it in half and cut it apart so that I have 2 pieces for my yellow, and then I did the same for the blue as well. And then on one piece of blue paper, I drew an outline of an animal, okay? I did a fish for that, and then I cut it out. Be careful, make sure you keep the scraps because you might need to use them, okay? So I'm going to keep everything, I'm going to set it off to the side. Okay, I'm going to keep my background here and one of the pieces of my yellow. To make a mola, I want it to look like layers on top of the background. Traditionally, this would have been made using fabrics and layering it, but we are not going to do that. We're going to do it with paper instead. So what I want you to do, always use a pencil first. Don't use a marker because if we make mistakes, we can erase, right? And remember when we did our Australian animals and we made the rings that go out and around and never touch and stay the same distance away from our animal? That's basically what I want you to do for this. You're going to make one ring, just one, and you're going to go around your animal trying to make it stay the same distance away. So take your time. Okay. Then I'm going to cut that out. So let me move my fish. I'm going to cut that out real quick. Take your time with your cutting. You want to have nice, smooth lines, not rough, jagged, or torn lines. Keeping them nice and smooth. And if you want, you can always watch this video and pause it and do it step by step with me. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to do part of it to kind of get you started, okay? So I've cut out my outline, and here's my fish. Now see how it's pretty even going all the way around? Now I can see the pencil outline on here, so what I'm actually going to do is use that as the back side and flip over my fish too, okay? So that now I could glue these down, and you are going to use the other scraps to cut out things to fill up the background. Now you want to think about that repetition that we did last time, and you're going to be repeating, shapes. So you're just going to cut out lots of, ovals and circles, and you're going to be gluing them down all over in the background. You can even layer up. So like if I glued this one down here, I could take another piece of paper in my other color and cut a smaller one that'll fit inside of there and glue that on top, okay? Probably be better this way. Now you're going to squeeze these in and fill this up so there's just a little bit of red showing, kind of like on this example here. Now, if you don't have construction paper and you're like, I can't do that, I don't have the materials, that's okay, don't worry. We sent home paper. Instead, I want you to create it by drawing it. So I drew everything first with pencil. I drew the outline of my animal, and then I made the row that goes along, and I actually did 2 on this one, and then I started filling up that background. So like pretend like these are little pieces of paper that were cut out and glued down, right? This is what you would be doing on the background of your construction paper. This way I'm just having to draw it if you don't have the materials, okay? And that's fine. Again, drawing first with pencil, then I traced with my marker, taking your time. If you don't have a permanent marker, I would recommend using a crayon or a color pencil and pushing really hard to do your outlines for this part, so that it adds a really nice solid outline. I would not use my black washable marker because you're going to be coloring this one with 3 colors. And if I used my black washable marker and then I color next to it with this, it's going to smear it and smudge it. So the only way you can really use a marker is if you can find a permanent marker. Otherwise, crayon or colored pencil will work and that won't smudge. Okay, so then we're going to color it. Now remember, our coloring skills, we need to stay in our lines. We need to color neatly. I should not see any white left on this one. I know when we did our Australian animal, we left this first one white. We're going to pretend like this is all colorful construction paper. So we would be coloring with our everything with our markers, okay? And if you don't have markers, you could use color pencil for this as well. It's just going to be a lot more brilliant and bright if you use markers. Those are just a couple options for you to get your molas made. If you have any questions, please contact your art teacher, your normal art teacher, if it's not me. And then post your project onto Seesaw so that we can see how you did. Be creative, have fun. It doesn't have to be a fish. Make it any animal you want. Okay? Have a great day, you guys. Bye.